Welcome to Racing Nuts TV. I tell you what, we're sitting here with Antron Brown, the 2012 champion of Top Fuel. Antron, I seen you spill down the track the other day. That new capsule stayed intact, and it really did its job, didn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. It did everything that was engineered to do, and I was very blessed to be part of this whole Macros group and all of our guys, man. They work hard, and they build a car. I mean, we don't like going through it to test it, but that's the way they built these cars. So at the end of the day, if something happens to go wrong, that you can walk away from, and it's just a true blessing that be blessed with a team that's could put things like that and engineer things like that together.
And you didn't even get a pebble inside, huh?
Absolutely not, and that's what makes it so great. I mean, it's shielding you from every outside element. And we had other drivers just from they're not even a car getting in a crash, but from blow-ups where things come inside the cockpit,
birds,
hit them in the head and do different things. And this right here keeps everything out from you. And it did its job that time. And I tell you what, when I go to war, man, it's like you're going to war with your helmet on your head and not with your head wide open.
I'll tell you what, it was amazing. Me and Lisa, me and my wife were watching it, and my wife and I should have said, we were watching it, and it was just amazing. I said, oh my God, he's going to be hurt. He's going to be hurt, because the way you pinged off of that wall was just amazing. I'm so glad you're in one piece in that. That capsule absolutely did its job. That's awesome.
Absolutely. I mean, when you go to racing, how many race cars you ever see that has a convertible top?
Good question. That's a real good question.
Absolutely. So that's just the direction we need to go.
Yes.
I mean, if you always know it, the unlimited hydro boots were doing it for years and years.
Yeah.
They used to have an open cockpit, and they're all closed. So why shouldn't we?
You know what? I didn't think of that either. Well, you're a genius today. Anyway, one thing we did think of is putting this TV show together to give you guys a venue or a place or an outlet where you can actually come on TV and talk about what happened the week before, what happened 2 weeks ago, who you're mad at, or let the fans know what these terms mean, like burnout and different things that they say on TV, but not everybody knows what they are, the ET and the different things. And we want to get more exposure for the NHRA and give you guys an outlet to go ahead and be on. I know you said you want to be on there every week. We'll try to get you on every week, but we can't promise that.
Hey, I just think that'll be a tremendous deal to do, for our NHRA racing sport as a whole, because it's hard on race day where people can actually come here and maybe you can say some reclips of the people, like the guys in the pits that make it happen. I mean, because the drama is not just down the racetrack. Right. It's what happens in these pits for that 50-minute turnaround, and these guys trying to put these race machines where they tear them all the way down.
Every time.
Put them back together, and they don't go together smooth. Sometimes you have hiccups. Sometimes you have things that burn up or things that break that you have to repair. And that's where it really happens at. And if you can capture that, people can really see the show, and they can see the personalities.
Right.
Underneath the helmets or in the pits or the people up in the crew chiefs in the lounge trying to make that split-second decision, the squeeze that ET out these race cars on the racetrack.
What's ET mean?
ET is elapsed times, baby. ET is what set records, and records would give you 20 points, and 20 points is what helps win championships.
Exactly. You see what he's saying? He should be the director of the TV show, I'll tell you that, because he hit every angle of what we propose to do on this TV show, along with going to the shop during the week. A lot of that happens back there too, right?
Absolutely. I mean, just what you see at the racetrack, we got a lot more that goes in the race shop, because this is where these vehicles are created from scratch. Back at the home base, you can see these cars built on the jig to where there's bare bones chromoly tubing on the racks to being a bent up piece of tubing to where it's all welded together, and then you can see it coming out of our pit area as a finished product when we put all the management, put everything into the car, the seats, all over the 100 feet of airline that goes on this car.
Wow.
So there's a lot of things that go into these race cars to make them go. And let me tell you something, man, it's just awesome to see. I call the guys at the shop it's like Santa elves. They put the toys together, Big Daddy.
Santa's elves, right? Well, good luck this weekend. How you doing so far? You've been out there, right?
So far, I mean, right now we only have one run, and a lot of people didn't get down the racetrack, and unfortunately we didn't make it down the track, but we're sitting in the 12th spot. But this run right here, we're looking to step up, and we're going to shoot for that #1 spot.
It was really slippery out there too, right?
Yeah, I mean, the track wasn't what we expected it to be. We thought the track was going to be a lot better. Right. The track tempo was really cool, but for some reason the track wasn't has much grip as we're used to having at the first two venues that we've been to. So we have to go back, and we just got to slow them down a little bit.
Adjust that clutch a little
bit.
Adjust it
a little bit. Well, that's what the crew chiefs do. That's why they get paid the big dollars.
Okay.
I'm just loosened up behind the steering wheel.
I'm loosened up behind the microphone.
That's why me and you get along so good.
Thank you, Antron, for being on the Racing Nuts.